We're watching your wallet this morning. You could get money from the government very soon. The IRS says it's already sent out some economic impact payments and more are on their way. We know many of you need this money to pay bills and make ends meet. Kristen Boxman explains a tool that will show you when you're getting your money so you can make plans. She joins us live this morning from Delano, where a lot of local businesses are feeling the financial impact of the stay-at-home order. Hey, Kristen. Thanks, Kristen. The U.S. Treasury started distributing money to help states pay for expenses caused by coronavirus. But how much money will Kansas get? More than $1 billion. The government awarded Kansas the money based on our population size, but there are some stipulations for how the state can use it. It can only pay expenses that are a direct result of COVID-19. It cannot be used for expenses already approved in a budget. It also cannot pay for anything that happened before March 1st.
While states are getting assistance from the federal government, keep an eye on your bank account this week. Here's why. The IRS says 80 million Americans will get their stimulus payments this week. It started depositing stimulus payments into some accounts over the weekend using direct deposit information. You could get up to $1,200, while married couples with children will get more. You're also eligible for the stimulus if you receive assistance like Social Security or disability benefits. This is a tough time, so we spoke to a credit counselor for tips on how you can use your money wisely.
Keep the roof over your head, food in your mouth, utilities on, so make those your first priorities. Make sure you're current with all utilities, rent, mortgage.
Great information to know there. If the IRS doesn't have your direct deposit information, it will mail your check to you starting later this month. The agency will launch a tool on its website later this week, allowing you to give the IRS your direct deposit information if it doesn't have it on file. We're also following up on issues impacting your ability to file unemployment claims in Kansas. Listen up. The Kansas Department of Labor says its IT department is working to fix issues on the website, and it might bring in outside vendors to help. The website is running very slowly or not loading at all for many of you trying to file your weekly claim. The state says its call center is back in service, but many of you say you've called and were unable to speak with a representative. We're watching the situation very closely and let you know when the website is working.
Hey, check this out. The New York Times analyzed data from Earnest Research, which looked at the credit and debit card spending of nearly 6 million people. This shows how spending changed during the coronavirus pandemic. It compares the same week this year to last year. Look at this. Supermarket spending, right about the same, but food delivery up 50%. Online grocers, off the chart, right alongside gaming. Home improvement shopping up a little bit too. People stuck at home thinking, well, I'll get them some things done around the house. And then here on the other end of the spectrum, basically anything to do with travel is down around 100% mark. Airlines, lodging, cruises. And with gyms and shopping malls shut down too, it's no surprise that fitness and apparel spending is also down. Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Eyewitness News this morning. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. Some encouraging news. We all could use some, right? Sedgwick County now reports 80 people. A little less than half of the cases in the county have recovered from the novel coronavirus. The county says 199 people in the county tested positive for the disease. 2 people have died. The county says a person is considered recovered from COVID-19 72 hours after symptoms stop or 7 days after the symptoms start, whichever is longer.
United Way of the Plains announced its 211 hotline set a record for call volume last month. United Way says its call specialists answered your calls for help 8,118 times. Talk about specific numbers. People called to ask about COVID-19, food pantries and tax prep, utility and rent assistance. If you have a coronavirus-related question or a question about community resources, dial 211 or text your zip code to 898-211.
The Kansas Democratic primary is still scheduled for May 2nd, but it will be mail-in voting only. If you are a registered Democrat and have not received your ballot, you can request one through the party's website. We have a link on our KWCH 12 News app. The deadline to request a ballot is April 24th. Ballots must be received by May 2nd to be counted. Although Senator Sanders suspended his campaign, you will still see his name on the ballot, and you are allowed to vote for him. If Sanders gets 15% or more of the vote, he will receive some delegates in Kansas. Sanders will then have the option to redistribute those delegates.